Welcome back, first grade. Today we are going to do math lesson 9, and we are going to be talking about adding 3 numbers. We have been working so far on adding 2 numbers, and today we're going to add another number, how we can add 3 numbers and find the answer. So you can see there's 2 plus symbols in this one because we're adding 3 numbers instead of 2. So let's go ahead and get our worksheet out. On the bottom it says page 261. You might want to use your counters today. I've pulled out my counters and I'm going to use mine on the board. Let's go ahead and start with our math in this world and see what we're going to do. So the problem at the bottom says to use my counters. It wants us to model that there are 6 pets living in building A. So I'm going to just put my counters on top of the animals living in building A. You can see A right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. There are 4 pets living in building B. Building B has 4. So I'm going to go ahead and put 4, 4 on building B, and on building C we have 4 living in there. I'm gonna have to use a blue one because I ran out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we are going to have to figure out how many animals are living in all 3 of the buildings. So we have 3 different numbers that we are going to add. So let's just look how many are in each building to set up our problem. We have 6 in building A plus 4 in building B and 4 in building C. So what we have here is a problem that says 6 plus 4 plus 4. The first step when adding 3 numbers is you have to choose 2 numbers to add first. Okay, and I like to always look for a special group of numbers. I either want to look for numbers that when you add together make 10, because that will make it easier to add the last number on, or 2 numbers that are easier to add up. So let's look. Are there 2 numbers that we can add together that make 10? Okay. What about 4 and 4? Does that make 10? No, that's a doubles fact, so it's easy to add up, but does not make 10. 4 and 4 makes 8. Let's try 6 and 4. If we take 6 and we add 4, count on from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It works. So let's start out by just adding the 6 and 4. You could either do it like this, and we know that it makes 10, or you can rewrite it if they're not by each other. So you might have wanted to write 6 plus 4 equals 10. 6 plus 4 equals 10. But now we have one more number to add on because we're adding 3. We've only added the 2 numbers. We did 6 and 4. We added the 6 plus the 4 to make 10. But we're not done yet. We have to add the remaining number, which is 4. So you can see it down here. That's our remaining number. We added these 2 together. Now we have to add 10 and 4. Okay? Counting on from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 10 and 4 is an easy number to add up. It's always easier when we get that 10. So we can say that altogether there were 14 animals living in all of the buildings. See how much easier it is to break it apart? From 6 and 4 make 10. And then the 10 plus 4, 14. It's a lot easier than thinking, what's 6 plus 4 plus 4? Let's go ahead and try this new skill that we have on our guided practice. So go ahead and flip your page over Again, you can have your counters out because you may want to use those later to help us. I'll move mine to the side and I am going to go flip our page over to the guided practice. Adding 3 numbers instead of 2. Okay, at the top, the directions say, you can group numbers and add in any order. Look for doubles or look for numbers that make 10. There's that skill that I told you that I like. I like to look for 2 numbers that make 10 because it's a lot easier to add a number to 10 than it is to a smaller number. So let's take a look. On our first example, they use the double strategy. If you can see, it's kind of got a little bit of a glare, but you can see on our paper, yours should say the same thing. 7 plus 3 plus 3. Let me flip the light to see if that will help a little, guys. Hopefully you can see a little bit better with that. So if I have 7 plus 3 plus 3, well, we definitely have a doubles fact in there. If you look in there, I'm going to scoot this a little bit closer just for us to see. There we go. You can see that doubles fact in there. We have 3 and 3 make 6. So now we just have to take that leftover number, which was the 7, and add 7 plus 6. Okay? If you need to, go ahead and pull your counters out and set them there. You can do the 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and add 6 more. And you can also use your 10 frame to put them in so it's easier for you to add. Now I'm going to add 6 more. 1, 2, 3. I made 10. 4, 5, 6. So I can see that 10 and 3. I made the 10, 10 and 3, make 13. So 7 plus 6 equals 13. Now over here, we're doing the way that I think is a little bit easier where you make a 10. This was the doubles fact way. This one is the making the 10. So we know that 7 and 3 make 10, and the remaining number that we needed to add was just the 3. So 10 and 3 equals 13. The answer is the same. It's just 2 different strategies on how to get that answer and break the numbers apart. Let's try it again for number 1. Okay, on number 1, it looks like they want us to add 6 and 4 first. Everyone knows it. 6 and 4 makes 10. So this is the make 10 strategy. So if we have 10 and 3, we can count on, or we can just know that, remember, when you add to 10, it's always going to, the second number is always going to stay the same. So 10 and 3, 10, 11, 12, 13. 10 and 3 makes 13. But over here, we're using that double strategy. Okay, a little trickier. 4 and 4 is a doubles fact. So we take 4 and 4, that makes 8. With our remainder, we've got the 8 and 7 that we need to add. So we need to add the 7 to the 8. This would be a great time to pull out your counters if you wanted to use your counters and add 8 plus 7, which also gives us 13. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 3. And they just wrote it different way, going up and down. So you can see we still have the same idea. We're adding three numbers. This one says 3 plus 3 plus 4. They chose the doubles, which was 3 and 3, to add first. 3 plus 3 makes, 3 and 3 makes 6. Doubles fact. 6 and 4. 6 and 4, just like up there, make 10. Let's look at number 4, another doubles fact way, which we've got the 4 and 4. 4 and 4 is a doubles fact. You're adding two of the same number. 4 and 4 makes 8. So if you count on, you can always do 5, 6, 7, 8. See, I added 4 on to 4. I've got 8, and I need to add the remaining number. Remember, we're always adding 3 numbers on this lesson, so 8 and 2 make 10. Okay. Ooh, my favorite way for number 5 is they are making 10 and adding the remainder. So 6 and 4, we've seen that a lot today. 6 and 4 makes 10. Add that remaining 2. 10 and 2, 12. Okay, boys and girls, it is your turn to go ahead and try the independent practice, and don't forget, the homework is what you will turn in. I just want to remind you, when you're adding 3 numbers, you always want to pick the 2 numbers that are easiest for you to add. And for me, I like to choose the 2 that make 10. Just like this one, if you look at the example here, 4 plus 6 plus 2, 4 and 6 make 2, or 6 and 4 make 10, so it's really easy to add the remaining 2. 10 and 2, 12. But you can also do doubles. Maybe finding the doubles are easier for you to add up and then find add the remaining number. But I just want to give you one little reminder, and I just want you to make sure after you add the 2 numbers, don't forget to add that 3rd number to the end. That's the skill we're working, is adding 3 numbers. So good luck, and I hope you do well.